And for more on this, we can go to France 24's Renée Davis in Beirut. Good morning, Renée. Lebanon continues to be struck heavily by Israeli strikes. What's the latest there this morning?
Right, good morning. Yes, so we've had continued strikes all throughout the night in the south, which has been happening every night since the escalation. They also confirmed that Israel killed another Hezbollah leader, according to a statement they released last night. There's continued strikes in the south, but there's also these pockets of Christian towns in the south who refuse to leave. They believe that they are safe because of their religion, and they don't want to leave because it's their home. And they've been calling on authorities to make sure that they're protected. There's also been continued strike in the Bekaa, east of the country. Just myself yesterday, I was in the capital of Bekaa, Zahli, where I was speaking to the Muqtar, which could be known as a local mayor, who was explaining that they're receiving more and more displaced. So many, and tensions are so high now because of these strikes in central Beirut, where people would assume these were safe areas in the last or in 2024, for example. So this year, tensions were so high that in Zahle, for example, they're looking at people's papers, they're making sure they have enough money to rent somewhere, which most of these people don't. You know, they come from poorer areas and they're displaced they're only left with whatever they could take on their backs. So whereas before they were allowed to, stay in public areas or whatnot, now it's much more strict because tensions are so high, which I think could be part of Israel's strategy as well, to really separate the population. And this is a population that has a history of civil war not only a few decades ago. So tensions are definitely very high here at the moment and strikes continue.
Now, French Foreign Minister Jean-Noel Barrot is arriving in Lebanon today. What might we expect to see emerge from this visit?
Well, Jean-Noel Barrot's last visit was in early February, where he met with the Prime Minister Nawaf Salam, President Joseph Aoun, and authorities have repeatedly called for diplomacy from the French to aid. The president of Lebanon has asked for direct talks with Israel, which is a first in a long time here in Lebanon. And many people oppose peace with Israel because they don't see how it could happen. France has come in. France is definitely the most involved European power here in Lebanon. I think that because of the history, Lebanon was under French mandate until 1943. So less than a century ago, and their politics have been involved. And here in Lebanon they talk about France a lot. They have quite a connection to the country, so everyone here is hoping that the French foreign minister, will be able to bring some advance in calming and ending this conflict as soon as possible.